Was that way over the line for Lawson?
I think the stewards made the correct decision on that, and that they left it. I believe there was no penalty for anyone on that. I just think it was just Perez. Just the whole, you can encapsulate Perez's entire season in what happened in the Mexican Grand Prix. He went out in Q1. He missed his grid spot. Wasn't aware that he'd missed his grid spot. He was convinced it was not at fault for that jump start. Well, not jump start, but being out of position at the start. Gets a 5 second penalty. Clashes with the guy who's gunning for his seat. Gets damaged. Finishes last in his home Grand Prix. Boxes for the fastest lap and fails to do it. That's basically Perez's season in a nutshell. He's just been one massive failure. And Lawson is absolutely gunning for that seat. He sees an opportunity to not only get on the grid, which is something which a lot of people would say is vastly overdue because Perez has been filling that seat for far too long. He sees a chance of getting into what could be one of the best cars in F1 next season. And he smells blood and he's going for it and he's uncompromising and he's trying to show Red Bull that he's got the steel to take the fight, maybe not to Max Verstappen, but to get up to the level of Max Verstappen. I do think he's probably going about it in slightly the wrong way. But when you look at Red Bull's response to what happened at the weekend, they couldn't care less. If that was Yuki Tsunoda, they'd have been, well, this is the reason why he's always been an RB. You know, they wouldn't say a word about it. And this is clearly, Lawson is the flavor of the month or the flavor of the year. He seems to be the guy now that is looking like he's in prime position to get that main Red Bull drive with the failed Daniel Ricciardo project. He's definitely the one that seems to be lined up for that now. And 4 or 5 races ago, I would have been saying, you know what, Sonoda's done enough to deserve this shot. But it's just gone to show when he's against a good teammate, Sonoda, he's completely gone to pieces. When he's been against Ricciardo, that he pretty much, they were pretty even with Ricciardo, but it's not the best Ricciardo we've seen. Against I can't remember who his other teammate was. It was his teammate last year, Nick De Vries, wasn't it? He just destroyed him, and there was not even competition there. And but when he's against someone decent, he goes to pieces, and that's what's happened. He's got the pressure from Lawson. He's completely gone to pieces, and now they're not going to touch him with a barge pole. Next year will be his last season for that organization. He may well get picked up by someone else, but that's it. And based on that, I think you look at RB and they started the season pretty well. To be fair, they got a good haul of points early doors. Haas were doing okay, but since the summer break, Haas have nearly doubled their points tally since the summer break. They've had 18 points since coming up for summer break. RB have had 2 points in that time, and that was Lawson. So what has Tsunoda been doing? I know it's the opportunities for scoring points are not great, but since the summer break, Tsunoda has just been nowhere, and he's completely gone off the boil, which is a real shame because he's been in my top 10 drivers for the last couple of seasons. But I don't think he's going to get there this year. Now he's gone completely off the boil, and I can't see. I think Haas have now got themselves into position to hold on to this position. I can't see RB scoring more than 4 or 5 more points between now and the end of the season. One more decent points haul for Haas, and they're over the line, 6th place. I mean, what a phenomenal achievement that would be for Haas. Let's be honest, if Haas don't finish last in the championship, they've overachieved because of the size of the outfit. So that is an absolutely phenomenal effort from them. So I have to say, I wasn't particularly sad to see Steiner go. I didn't think he was doing a particularly good job, but I didn't expect this kind of turnaround. That's the story of the season, to be honest. Besides, obviously, like the McLaren turnaround. But if you're looking at the midfield and bottom of the table, the Haas story is a hell of a story for this season. And I doff my cap to you, Mr. Komatsu.